Lights out and bathrobe over the dress. With this tactic, a woman from Birmingham tried to mislead the police and cover up her illegal party. But fake eyelashes and earrings aroused the suspicion of the officials. The exposed host of an illegal lockdown party in Birmingham tried to mislead the police with a bathrobe. The woman had probably quickly thrown on her coat and turned off the light when the police came on Saturday night to break up a party in her apartment. However, she still wore her earrings and fake eyelashes. A video released by the police, there you can be heard that as the police questioned to the woman and finally asked the more than a dozen party guests to leave. The police arrested 3 of them for insults. In another house in Birmingham, even a party with more than 50 guests was broken up. The West Midlands Police reports an increase in illegal celebrations during the current hard corona lockdown, which has been going on since the beginning of January, in some cases even lavishly organized with DJs and VIP areas. In addition, the organizers would be more refined at keeping the party secret. Detective Commissioner David Jamieson reported to The Guardian of an increase in the aggressiveness of the people involved. Many had accumulated a lot of frustration during the lockdown. In Great Britain, the police are repeatedly dealing with violations of the corona measures. When an illegal club with around 150 guests closed in England, bottles were thrown at police officers. An official was slightly injured when revelers fled, Birmingham police said Tuesday. Dozens of people escaped, but around 70 guests were still fined on the spot with £200, that's around €230 each. The DJ faces a £10,000 fine. Due to the corona pandemic, strict exit and contact restrictions are in place in the UK. The police became aware of the party after numerous taxis dropped people off in the area. The officers then gained access to the building on Sunday night and found party guests on 2 floors. There was a bar area, a dance room, and a fitness studio. While there is much hope because of the corona vaccinations, people must remember that we are still in lockdown and that the virus continues to spread and is a real threat to everyone, said West Midlands Deputy Chief of Police Chris Todd. About 15 kilometers northwest of Birmingham, the police also discovered a workshop that had been turned into an illegal pub. The pub had been given itself a name: the COVID Arms. The owner now has to pay a fine of £1,000. And it got strange in the English county of Devon. There, several bird fans were caught on a forbidden trip on which they wanted to photograph a rare bird species. 5 people had to pay a fine over the weekend after the police had been notified of the breach of the corona rules, the Devon and Cornwall police announced on Monday. In the current lockdown, travel is prohibited with a few exceptions. People in England are allowed to leave the house for sports or walks, but they should stay in their own neighborhood. The bird fans have made their way to the seaside resort of Exmouth in Devon to catch a glimpse of the so-called mockingbird. The bird species is reported to have appeared in the area for the first time in 30 years. The mockingbird is more commonly found in Canada, Mexico, or the United States. A resident in Exmouth had shared photos of the bird in his garden on Twitter and thus created excitement in the observer scene. In addition, the first travelers returning to the UK have entered the mandatory 10-day hotel quarantine. The affected passengers were escorted from Heathrow Airport by security officers to coaches and taken to nearby hotels on Monday, the PA news agency reported. As of Monday, people returning to England from 33 countries on a red list have to spend the prescribed number of nights in a hotel organized by the government, but at their own expense. This applies to the British, Irish, and other citizens living in Great Britain. Otherwise, there is an entry freeze from the high-risk areas. For passengers who have to be quarantined due to the new regulation, the government initially reserved 4,600 rooms in 16 hotels near the airport. The stay costs £1,750 per person. Violation threatens draconian penalties. Anyone who does not check into one of the specified hotels must pay up to £10,000. Up to 10 years imprisonment is possible for incorrect information on the mandatory entry form. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel and to my other channels. I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.